What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is, as a gun tuber, as a guy that likes gun channels on YouTube and likes the shooting content and stuff like that, I've had to recently unsubscribe to a lot of people by choice. I unsubscribe to these people, and I almost can't stand to follow them anymore. And I want to talk about that. I get it. I get it. YouTube is anti-gun platform. I 100% get it. YouTube's anti-gun platform. Facebook's anti-gun platform. Instagram's anti-gun platform. These platforms are pretty anti-gun. They're pretty far left and they're pretty anti-gun platforms. I also get it that there's a lot of people that we only have a few platforms that are available to us. So we use those platforms to give people the content that they want to see, whether it's shooting videos, training videos, reviews, gear reviews, all that other stuff. There are only a few platforms available to us. So we're stuck on these platforms that are anti-gun, and we're doing the best we can to make ends meet when we're on these platforms. And it kind of sucks. It does. It kind of sucks if you're a gun tuber. But there's something that really gets under my nerves a little bit, and I had to, because of it, I've had to unsubscribe to some channels that I would consider really good channels. Once upon a time, were really good channels. So it's like this: when you are a channel and you have close to 1 million subscribers, and then you look at their Patreon, all right, you go to their Patreon, and they have close to 6,000 patrons, right? Say about 6,000 patrons, and you're constantly bitching and complaining about not getting paid enough to do your videos, and that's you basically focus your videos on how horrible you have it and how you aren't being able to make ends meet because of the censorship that we have in all these platforms. That starts getting under my skin. All right, I tune in to see the content. I don't tune in to see people whining and complaining about, yeah, we're in a crappy situation. I can't stand that. All right, I can't stand the constant whining and complaining. Now, I did a little bit of math. I'm not a mathematician, but I did a little bit of math, and correct me if I'm wrong. So if you have right around 6,000 patrons, all right, and let's just say they're doing $1 a month, all right, or they're doing $1 a month. If you do the math, you put all the money together, by the end of the year, they're getting a little bit over $6,000 a month per these patrons. Let's just say if they're doing one, like I said, 1 month, by the end of the year, you're making a little bit over $70,000. That's before taxes, by a little bit under $70,000, right around $70,000, maybe give or take a few, before taxes. That's a business, all right? That is a very successful business. Most modern day Americans, when they're looking at a standard job where it's hard-working, back-breaking job, they're making $40,000, $45,000 a year, maybe a little bit more. And maybe if you've been in it for a long time, maybe a little bit more. Maybe you're making $60,000, $70,000 a year doing it. But by simply doing videos nonstop and bitching and complaining about how bad you have it when you're still getting paid a shitload of money to do it, that gets under my nerve. It gets under my skin. Now, a couple of these channels, I know for a fact that they run side businesses. They've used YouTube to push their other businesses. They've used YouTube to push their other business. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I have no problem with a channel just being a channel. I'm just trying to make ends meet, trying to turn this into a job. I have no problem with that. The problem that I have is the constant why, poor me. It's a freaking annoying, all right? It is a freaking annoying. You have channels like me, younger channels like me. If I'm lucky, I get maybe $25 a month through my patrons, which is awesome because I can use that towards like a couple boxes of ammunition or something like that a week. And I shoot a lot. I do shoot a lot. So I use that ammo, I use that stuff specifically for the channel. That stuff goes into the channel. Now I get it, these other channels, they're taking that Patreon money and they're using it, put it directly into channels. But the problem that I have, like I said, the problem I have with it is I cannot stand whiners. I just cannot stand whiners. Now these same channels, they will shoot down every single gun organization just because it doesn't agree with them and because it allows them to continue pushing content about how bad this organization is, and then they profit from it. All right, and then they profit from it. And like I said, this is America. You're profiting. It's a profiteer. You're trying to learn you're trying to build money, right? You're trying to create a business and stuff like that. But the problem is that when you start shooting down legislation that you've actually personally read, simply because it says one word in it that you don't quite agree with, but if you actually look at the whole picture of it, it's actually a pretty damn good idea. but you shoot it down just because it's a specific organization that for months and months you have been talking crap about nonstop. For almost a year you've been talking crap about nonstop. However, you're still a member of it. That bothers me. All right, that bothers me. These same channels, what they will do is they will go out there and they will constantly say boycott all anti-gun stuff. Boycott this. Don't go to this place. Boycott them. They're anti-gun. Boycott, boycott, boycott. Don't do this. They're telling you to boycott all these anti-gun platforms, people that are making money off of anti-gun stuff, right? Anti-gun people you're paying people that are anti-gun and they're making money off of it, off of however they're doing, making off their business, however they're anti-gun. They tell you to constantly boycott it. However, the only platform we have available to us are anti-gun platforms. So if you were to follow their policy to a T, you would have to boycott their channel. You'd have to boycott my channel. You'd have to boycott all these channels because we are an anti-gun platform that is making money off of our advertisements, and we're making a tiny bit of money while they're making the good amount of money off of our advertisements. But if you follow their mindset, when you whine and complain and you need to pay them money so they continue to whine and complain nonstop about how hard they have it, when you know for a fact that they're doing a hell of a lot better than your average American, all right, that bothers me. All right, that bothers me. Like I said, I have no problem with people asking for help. I have no problem with people asking for help when it comes to their channel. Help fund this channel. I get it. I completely get it. As a dad of 3 kids, I'm a full-time dad, stay-at-home dad, and the weekends I do a class. I get it. All right, this is a tiny little source of income that helps pay the bills. That's what it is. But when, I don't know, maybe you have a spending issue, possibly. Maybe you have the spending issue. But when you're getting that much money a year, doing a channel where you basically whine and complain and you give a little bit of content now, but most of it is whining and complaining. I don't know, guys. It's just, does that sound right to you? I mean, does that honestly sound right to you? Like I said, I 100% get it. We are in a shit situation for our gun channels. We are in a shitty situation when it comes to what's available to us and stuff like that too. But you don't hear me whining and complaining about it nonstop. You just hear me trying to go on and try to give you guys content. That's what it is. Now, these channels, like I said, I used to follow them for years because I love their content. But their content is all muddied by the constant whining and complaining about how bad they have it. When in truth, they don't really have it that bad. No, I get it. There's the truth, there's lies, and there's a different version of the truth. I get it. Truth, lies, and different version of the truth. And people are like, what do you mean? Like for Marine Corps, in the military example, we didn't find this chow, we acquired it, all right? That's a different version of the truth, right? So they take that same mentality when it comes to the channel and they apply it to the channel, which is, we are, all gun channels, we're getting hit pretty hard with all this stuff and you need to help support this channel and hopefully support me so I can continue running this channel and stuff like that. But you're looking at their actual statistics and you realize that even if they were to take a hit that big, they'd be fine. They wouldn't be a problem at all. They're telling the truth. Yeah, they're telling the truth that gun channels have been hit by the anti-gun laws and the anti-gun, creators and CEOs and stuff like that. So they're telling the truth. However, it's a different version of truth because they're still set. They're still ready to go. They're still set, but yet they keep whining, complaining, saying that they're not set. Now, I'm not going to judge someone by their financials and stuff like that, but it gets to the point when you start taking away from the content of the channel to simply bitch and complain and ask for more money. I don't want to follow you anymore. Now, I've thought about supporting these people before. I've thought about going to Patreon and supporting these people before. Until it started turning into this, every video is a whining session. And I just don't like it anymore. I don't like it. Now, they'll still throw their content in the videos, but then they start bitching in the beginning. Then they bitch a little bit towards the middle. And then in the end, they're real bitching. Please support my channel because I'm getting hurt. And it's truth. They're doing just fine. They are doing just fine. I mean, if you have a YouTube representative because you've had so many issues, you actually have someone at YouTube that's working with you, I think, there's something going on there. So I'm not saying that you're working with YouTube. I'm just saying if you are big enough of a channel that you're making enough money, with your support, you're making enough money through monetization that YouTube's willing to give you a representative to actually work with you, you're not doing too bad. All right. So please stop whining, stop complaining, just deliver the content. All right. Just deliver the content. Now, I'm not calling these guys shills. All right. I'm not calling these guys sellouts. The problem that I have is I just can't stand the whining. I just can't. I'm a dad of 3. I get enough whining as it is. I don't want to turn on YouTube to watch something that I enjoy watching and it turn into another whining session. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. I know some people aren't going to agree with me. I'll get thumbs downs. It is what it is. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is mine. That's why I have a platform that I can give out my opinion to. But anyway, guys, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.